Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Formula Virtual. This is the old brand new F1 2020 series, and we are live around the British Grand Prix here in Silverstone. And as per usual, I am once again joined by the one and only me Malone, or as we like to call him here, Brendan. How are you doing on this very exciting evening?
I'm doing good, thank you. It was my birthday yesterday, so I'm still in a good mood.
Yes, and you may be wondering why we're on the DRC YouTube channel. It's because somebody forgot to enable live streaming on the other one, and that's why we are here.
I think we know exactly who that is.
That was me.
Evan, really? You didn't even have the foresight to think of that.
Completely forgot about it, but we are live here and ready to
14
go.
drivers. We 14 drivers here today.
There will of course be more, but there is some drivers missing, as there was a lot of people doing stuff.
I guess with restrictions being lifted and lockdowns, I guess people are able to go and do. Maybe they have to do some stuff that they weren't able to do during lockdown. So it's to be expected, but hopefully we'll have a even bigger grid next week.
Hopefully, and hopefully we're on our own channel next week, but we will get that one sorted, of course.
Knowing you, we probably won't.
Yeah, it wouldn't be me without panic right before. But we are ready to go here. Qualifying's just about started, and we are ready to see who will be the first. Somebody's out of the Grand Prix already.
NASCAR Lover 2015.
Who has spun. Of course, we do have some new camera angles. That one on the Red Bull is absolutely horrific, so we're going to hope we don't get some onboards there. But we have had a spinner, and he is out of the Grand Prix.
I'm afraid Spinoso might have done something to help with Danny and Thomas's great Ferrari master plan.
We're just going to hope that that camera glitch fixes on that Red Bull. Of course, we do have some new. Killers have spun around. And he has not a good start to the season here. Yeah.
What else were we expecting from him?
I don't think we were expecting much else from him, and that's the disappointing thing. PMP Mac on medium compound tires here in the Williams racing car.
I mean, he could be just saying a banker lap.
Could be, but the mediums to the hards is a good strategy to go for around here in Silverstone. As
you can really push. You can push the tires, and a lockup. That sounded like a huge lockup.
From PMP Mac?
Yeah, that sounded like a huge lockup on the left front.
Yeah, it really did. We still have Killers off in the gravel trap. Or is he back on? No, even AlphaTauri off in the gravel trap. Shadow Hunter is off. Or Costas, of course. We will be using some real names here.
And considering AlphaTauri is the real like father like son.
It really is, as we will go back to PMP Mac, who we believe. Oh, he's in the gravel. He was off at the back of Cops as Nicholas Gregsborg sets the quickest time so far with a 1:26.0. And I imagine we will get some improvements on that. Larson goes with a 1:26.1 as Dimitri is just starting his lap here. And AMC F33 goes quickest with a 1:24.6. That's an outstanding lap from the Racing Point driver. We know he is a bit of a quali merchant, but that's still something else.
Well, he must be a very good quality merchant anyway.
He is a very good quality merchant, and that is why he is currently on pole position. Shadowhunter's in the grass again, as we do see last lap F1. Hopefully he can improve on his last lap, go with a 1:26.
I know AlphaTauri's Red Bull B team, but this is going a bit far.
This is really going a bit far, and F1 Hub is into the pits. Here's Thomas May, or as better known as Dad FIFA. What time can he set? P2, and nearly he is 1.3 seconds down on AMC F33. We knew.
Well, I guess Although I'd say Dart FIFA probably would have a race would be usually episode more geared towards like the race.
Yeah, he definitely is more geared to the race, but still, that just really goes to show AMC F33's Mega Lap. It's Dimitri's out. Dimitri is out of the session. We're gonna go on board with Junior Spam. Oh no, not Junior Spam. We're gonna go on board with AMC, see what has happened here, or even better, we'll go on board with the McLaren of Homer here, see what has happened to the Renaultman. And his car, of course, is gone by the time we get there, but...
Now, of course, Homer, aka Jay, has a bit of a history with his home track. Namely, when he's at the back of the pack for a safety car.
Yeah,
PMP Max coming out of the pits as Homer B11 is going into village, and he's going slow, and
Killers is around again, and that
Killers around again. He touched Jay. Homer B11 touched Jay. Touched Killers. My bad.
Yeah, well, yeah, Homer touching Jay is it's the same person. And Junior Spam here, just notice this is his second race within 10 minutes of each other. He, of course, racing the VRL F2 series. We all know which one's the better one, and that's clearly us. No, don't
yes, it is. Even if.
Oh, we have a hashtag Jay Bratcher safety car smasher in the comments, and they didn't spell his surname right, so that doesn't count. Junior Spam has actually validated his lap. Of course, the strict corner cutting rules around Silverstone really harsh, and Danny Kemper is actually on second with a 124.8. And the Greysborgs improved as well, 125.8. So these
seems still. It looks like Aaron and Danny are in a class of their own, at least in quality anyway.
Yeah, the two Ferraris are in the opposite order to what you might think. Of course, Danny Kemper is still a very, very talented driver. And, but still, you would have thought it would have been Darth Vader who would have been ahead, but seemingly not.
We go on board and talk through F1 Hub's lap.
We might. An F1 Hub is actually on the back of a 1v1 tournament. I don't know how he got on in that.
Yeah, so he goes through Abbey and Farm Curve. They're good. They're flat out, so it isn't too much of an issue. Now coming into Village, where Raikkonen spun Hamilton round. As you come into the loop, an entry, where Vettel ended up getting a brilliant exit, and he managed to overtake Bottas as he came down the Wednesday straight and into Brooklands. And as you come through Nuffield, which is one of the more slower sections of this track, as Silverstone is generally known for its high-speed corners. As you come through Woodcut and onto the old start-finish straight, which was the start-finish straight until 2010. As you come into Copse, a very famous corner where we have seen some brilliant passes, like Vettel did pass Alonso in 2014. As you come into Maggots and Beckett's and into Chapel, where we have seen Verstappen pass Rosberg where in 2016. And as you come onto the hangar straight and into Stowe, where we have seen some brilliant moves over the years, even Mansell and Piquet.
Oh, and he's into the pits.
He ruined it. You ruined it. You ruined it.
I think he invalidated his lap. But we will. The second Williams of PMP Mac has gone third position with a 125.4.
He has managed to slot himself in between, perfectly in between the Ferrari of Danny and the Racing Point of Junior Spams.
Look at that lap though, PMP Mac and Junior Spams, a 125.435 for PMP Mac and 125.495 for Junior Spams. So that really goes to show the pace we have here, that they're so close even for third position.
Well, yes, and even, and we know Aaron is 2/10 ahead of Danny, but after all we know Aaron is a bit of a quality merchant. Oh, and he nearly loses the car.
Nearly loses the back end, and he's validated that lap, but he's not in the wall, so that is definitely a better result than being in the wall.
And he's probably got the best possible result from having a stop of oversteer, just surviving.
Yeah, that's
and
really
not having damage.
He's already set a mega lap as we do look to Thomas Main here in P6, getting some slipstream off his Ferrari teammate. These two really
The great
working together. The great Ferrari master plan. Knew we'd get a chance. Knew we'd get a chance to say that one in here.
Yes, Binotto is doing really well. He actually has done a good job with his drivers today.
And where can Tarfifa go? P5, just ahead of Nicholas Graceberg and 1:25.651 for the Belgian.
Now, I would expect Tarfifa will be able to put in one more lap.
I imagine he will.
I imagine he will, and he probably will need to jump up as many positions as he can so he can utilise his good race pace. Or perhaps maybe this version of F1 is not suited to him like the last one was.
Maybe. And another thing to note is Shadow Hunter is actually out of the session as well. We've had 3 retirements in this qualifying, which is you normally don't see. You might see more than 3 retirements on some occasions in the race, but not normally in qualifying. I believe the Graceberg's on a lap. Yeah, he's going to come across the line. Oh, he's 7 seconds down on his personal best. I don't think that was an improvement lap.
Oh, Junior Spams has left the session.
Junior Spams has left the session, but hopefully he will get back in. He has had a good time. It's not like a retirement where he can come back in and can get back at it. And just another thing to note, we actually have 3 Irish drivers in this series. Well, of course, last lap F1 is only a reserve driver and not a permanent one. He still is Irish.
And no, just before anyone says it, we are not including Junior Spams.
Yeah, Junior Spams, he does
use
use an Irish flag. He is not Irish in the slightest. And let's see what happened to Mitri. Oh, Codemasters has put him straight in the pit wall. Oh, Codemasters has glitched him straight into the pit wall, and that was the end of his qualifying session.
Turns out, even in 2020, Codemasters still has glitches.
Yeah, that was really not a great incident.
At the time of release, the Codemasters servers were worse than EA servers.
Yeah, that's a bold statement.
But it's a true one. I'm not wrong.
Saying he's after putting too much pressure on himself for this last lap. You haven't really. You're in P3. I wouldn't call that pressure, really. You've set a good time.
I mean, you've set a good time, and you have good race pace. So I assume that
at least race.
Yes, you'll have a decent race at least.
The Gracebergs just had a purple sector 1. Let's hope he can keep this lap valid. And another thing to note is one of the key drivers missing today is actually our Apple Gamer, who will be definitely a championship challenger in this series. Of course, he is one of Thomas Main's biggest rivals. As we do look at Nicholas Graceberg here, he's got the car perfectly through Maggots, Beckett and Chapel and onto the hangar straight. We'll have to wait and see. It's a second purple sector here for the Graceberg. This is going to be a great qualifying time. 3 minutes 18 to go as we are on board with the Alfa Romeo down into the final chicane section.
He's got his ERS perfectly for his lap as he drifts in.
Slow through there. Oh, that was very... Oh, that would have been a much better time if he had got it correct out of that final corner. But it is P5 for the Alfa Romeo, and I'm sure he'll be happy with that one.
I think if he can get in and out, he'll get that last lap, maybe.
Yeah, he might.
But he'll have to push it in order to get back to the pits. Get in.
PMP Mac is asking to like his helmet, and considering he is in the pit garage, we can't really say much. As Larsnick's gone third. That's a lap I was not expecting from the Haas driver. A 1:25.3. Of course, he is only a reserve, so he won't be a championship challenger in this series. But that is
the great The great Taskmaster plan has done the job.
It really has, and how many more times are you going to say master plan? No, I'm kidding, but that is he's pulled that one out of the locker, has Larson. Now, 2 minutes remain here, and it is still AMC F33's banker time that is the quickest here. That shows how good of a time it was.
No, just say there's a 4-second difference between AMC F33 and Homer B11.
And Homer B11 is currently on the time. You have to remember he's on the medium compound, and he is improving. We will get you the best tires fitted here. Homer is on a set of mediums, so unless he wants to just go for the alternate strategy, of course we've seen in many F2 races that is actually the better strategy, going for a harder compound tyre at the start of the Grand Prix. We will have to wait and see. It's most definitely a corner cut, but he didn't invalidate that. He's run very, very wide out of Chapel. We'll have to wait and see. There's somebody weaving in front. This is going to be a bit of a hazard for the McLaren man, but he gets past it okay. Last lap F1 pulls out of his way and keeps it neat and tidy. We have 3 yellow flags around the track, which is surprising. It's most likely people just warming up. Here comes Homer through the final chicane. Oh, very wide through the end of that. What will this lap time be? It's not an improvement.
But he's P11, so he doesn't really need to improve much.
Doesn't really need to improve much, but he will get fresh tyre choice.
Yeah. AMC F33 is on an outlap.
He is, as we see. FIFA goes in third position.
Is he going to make it? Is he going to make it?
I don't think he is. But does he need to make it, is the question, because he is 2/10 quickest. That FIFA's gone third with a 1:25.006, and he's nearly out of fuel. That is the end of his qualifying session. But we're going to stick on board here with AMC F33 and see, can he get to the finish line? He's not going to make it. We've 7 seconds left, and he's coming down the hanger straight. He's not going to make it and he's given up.
Danny Headcamper's made it by a second.
Danny Headcamper's made it by a split second. We're on board with him.
We'll go on board. You talk through his lap?
They're breaking at the 100-metre board, downshifting the third, goes up to fourth. But now...
Well, I talked...
Yeah, because normally I commentate a curse, I've ruined his qualifying lap.
Yeah, so as he goes on to the Wellington Straight, where we have seen Vettel pull a brilliant movement, but as he goes into Brooklands, we have a lock up there. And now he comes into Luffield. Whereas one of the slower corners, Hamilton got past Bottas round there, but what it turns out is after the old start-finish straight and into Cops, Bottas got back past, and we also saw Vettel pass Alonso there after a great battle. Now as you come into Maggots and Beckett's, a section where you used to have to brake, but now it's pretty much flat out. And as you come into Chapel, where Verstappen past Rosberg in 2016, get to DRS.
It's purple sector 2, he's 2/10 improvement, which is what he needs to take pole position.
Straight down to Stowe, where we have seen some brilliant moves past and Verstappen and Leclerc battles. And now we're coming into Club, where we have seen Vettel do things for Verstappen that you'll more likely see on René Grassie's OnlyFans.
No, can't say that, As here comes Danny Headcamper. Can it be pole position? Yes, it can. It is pole position for the Dutchman in Britain. Unless PMP Mac can take a surprise pole.
Wait, AMC F33, I think he's still on his lap.
No, I don't think he is. He didn't make the line. PMP Mac goes P4. AMC F33 isn't on a lap. And he's still on pole position.
What?
What happened? He didn't make the finish line.
What?
How? He's gonna take him, unless our timing screens were showing wrong. I think we've had the wrong time on our timing screens.
What?
But he is on pole position. Killers is backwards. AMC F33 says he made the finish by 30 seconds and we had a glitch. Yet the timer was off for us. We've had the incorrect timer. That is something you do see happening quite a bit in this new F1 game.
Yeah, it's a very F33 game.
Is on pole position.
The quality merchant strikes again.
Here's your full results. AMC F33, that is a mouthful to say really quickly, is on pole by 0.036 tenths, followed by Daniel Kemper. Dart Viva is in P3 in the second Ferrari. And then we have P&B Mac in P4, followed by Lars Asnick in P5. Junior Spams will start P6, followed by the Graceburg. Then we do last lap F1, F1 Hub Killers, and Homer P11. And our non-finishers are Dimitri, Shadowhunter, and NASCAR Lover, but we are going to call him Ethan because we aren't saying NASCAR Lover for the whole time. But the two Renaults DNFing.
Odd we have a NASCAR Lover in the driving in the F1 game.
Oh, and Junior's power has turned off.
Oh,
We've just got a comment saying Junior's power is off. We're gonna hope he gets that back on within 30 seconds.
I don't think no. It takes time to. It could be even someone else's power that's gone, but they have to switch off his power to fix the other power. So then they can only then you can put on Junior's power.
And Fernando Alonso says no power. We have rain. We have just got a report in from P&P Mac in the conversation. We are going to have a wet spell in this race, and if this race wasn't building up to be exciting, it certainly is now.
I hope some of them might have a compromise set up for the rain, because that would be very important.
And you have to remember here that here we do have the brand new graphics. We have the predicted pit stop strategy here. It is a one stop either way, and that's gone off quicker than my screen than AMC F3's
and look at all the smoke. Look at all the smoke.
I can't see the smoke because my camera is now stuck on the TV pod. So we're gonna hope that changes.
No, but the smoke, it's gone now because like it was just getting off the line smoke, etc.
Yeah, we're gonna hope that my camera changes off the TV pod, because that would be a disaster if it
no, it's 5
stuck
minutes
there.
at the end of there'll be rain for 5 minutes at the end.
So rain for 5 minutes at the end.
So who's
that will be interesting.
Tire? Let's look. Obviously, top 10 are on softs, but yeah. So we got another predicted pit stop strategy.
We have two pit stop strategies, seemingly, as Dimitri's disqualified from the formation lap. He's having last lap F1 was as well, so
there was probably some touching there.
Collision. Dimitri having a horrendous time so far.
Let's see what tires these.
Everybody apart from Homer is on the soft compound tires today, so they'll all be going on a soft to hard strategy, and Homer will be on a medium to hard strategy. Surprised some of the lower runners didn't go for the hard compound tire.
Oh, Homer B11 to choose BAMs. That probably means both of them are disqualified for finishing lap.
Yeah, that's them both.
Yep.
And is Junior back? Oh, there's an Alfa Romeo in the wall. The Graceburg's in the wall.
He's done that for Verstappen.
That is something you do not see. Is a car spinning like that? That's not even a Verstappen.
That's a Prost.
Here's the predicted pit stop strategies back, and it is now a lap 10 to 13 for the mediums and a lap 10 to 13 for the hard compound tires. So really is the same strategy either way, as we do get ready to form up on the grid.
No, but do you think we'll have like a medium to soft strategy? Maybe.
We might. I think we could. If there's definitely soft to mediums available, we can most definitely have a medium to soft, as the cars are pulling onto the grid for the first time.
If there's rain at the end, the softer tires might be better.
They might be. But here we are. 3, 4, 5 red lights.
Wait.
We go racing in Britain. No, we don't. The cars are stuck on the grid again. Now we go racing in Britain. It's lights out. There's a lot of smoke on the grid. Danny Kemper's got a very good start off the outside. Round turn 1 we go. Will we see a collision? The two Ferraris side by side. We've had cars off on all sorts of the track. Larsen's down to P11. And into turn 1 we go. The two Ferraris have swapped positions.
Oh, spinners.
Oh, we've a spinner in the midfield. It is Killers, and that is too familiar sight. But AMC F3 leads us away here, followed by Dirt Feet.
Wait, Juniors. Junior got disqualified. He's
Junior's got
disqualified.
disqualified, and that is heartbreak for the Racing Point man, but the other Racing Point is currently leading this Grand Prix. Dart Viva's gonna try and get past AMC F33. We come down the old start-finish straight into one of the quickest corners on the F1 calendar. We've a battle for P10 between Ethan and Howard side by side. That is not a side-by-side opportunity normally. Round cops they go.
Some P11 got damage.
Nobody seems to have damage. We had a very clean start. The two Ferraris are going to look to go side by side, I believe, down this main straight. Now, Viva versus Danny and Kemper. Down the hangar straight.
What happened to Dimitri?
I believe he got tangled in a crash with Killers. Killers seemed to spin and he got tangled. The two Ferraris are awfully close, and we're well too used to seeing Ferraris crash in real life. We're going to hope we don't get a repeat of that one today.
Also,
Killers is past Homer, down into the down into Club, gets past them. Very nice indeed from the Red Bull man. Oh, yellow flag! Lars is around a Club. And Dimitri hasn't got tangled in that one, he's just behind. Lars has spun at Club, he's down to P12 after a absolutely awful start.
NASCAR Lover's in the gravel.
Oh, NASCAR Lover's in the gravel, Larson is out. He's hit the wall, but he's kept the car moving. The car isn't out. Was there a bit of a collision there? I'm not sure, but NASCAR
Don't think to me.
and Larsenik are both in the gravel.
I wonder if there's a collision between some of them.
We don't know. We missed that one on the mini-map, but we will get the position change up for you. Larsenik is down 8, sorry.
We look through our winners and losers.
We'll go through our winners and losers quickly, but the two Ferraris are right in the slipstream. Will Danny Kemper press the overtake button on the hangar straight? Of course, a new feature in this game. You can get a burst of speed down each straight, but he's run a slight bit wide. That overtake button is pressed, and he's only tapped it for a slight second. Of course, you don't want to use all that up too early.
I think our big winner is Costas, who's in P8 from P13.
That's a great result, and our big loser, of course, is Larsenik.
Oh,
as here's the predicted pit stop strategy graphic up again, and it's still the same, lap 10 to 13 for each tyre.
We'll also have our pit window opening, probably on lap 10.
Oh, God, he's in the pits.
He's in the pits.
And he's got a speeding in the pit lane penalty as well, so that's not going to help.
Oh, and Lars got multiple warnings penalty.
Lars has got a multiple warnings penalty, but he is not having a great race so far, is the Haas driver. Let's see. He's going on the mediums. Is there a front wing change? It is. It's a front wing change for the AlphaTauri.
He might, I think,
cost us.
Something tells me he had a collision with someone.
Maybe think he did. As look at the Greysporg. It's now coming on the back of the Irishman. P&P Mac and the Williams. The gap is 0.5 here. But he's not close enough, as the two Ferraris are keeping up with AMC F33 here. We're going to have to wait and see how this battle plays out. Of course, the two Ferraris will want to pit in the same track. Shadowhunter spun. His front wing is gone again. He has spun coming out of the pit lane. We have a safety car. We have a safety car on lap 3. Will we see any bold strategies? But we do have a safety car, and this is going to definitely benefit Dimitri and Lars, as Lars has just come out of the pits.
Even Costas, because he can never get
Costas
round.
now can get another pit stop in.
And frankly, he should probably go on the hand.
Aaron's into the pits. The two Ferraris are into the pits. Oh no! The two Ferraris are into the pits, and Ferrari in Formula Virtual has just equalled Ferrari in real life, and they are going to be double stacking, which is possibly going to lose both of them positions.
The great Ferrari master plan.
Danny Kemper's out, and Dart Viva is in. I don't think they're going to lose too much positions here. I think. There goes Danny out of the pit lane. We'll have to wait and see where he comes out. But he's been jumped by P&P Mac. P&P Mac has jumped the Ferrari. So has the Greysporg here.
Oh, this is the Greysporg. Homer B11 is dead out and is in P2.
Homer B11 has stead out and is now in P2. So is last lap F1 has also stead out. Sometimes that could be the better strategy.
Now he's got the track position. And that means he can control everything, and he can hold people up.
Oh, he's nearly hit him there. That would have been horrible. Would have been a horrible collision, but last lap F1, staying out on the soft compound tyres, which are only 3 laps old. We've had a very early safety car here for the collision of Shadowhunter. NASCAR lover's gone on the soft compound tyres, which is just a shock, if anything.
He's serving a penalty, cost us.
Yeah, he's serving that 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane, and he's getting a brand new front wing on that Alpha Tauri here.
Oh, they're all gonna mediums. That means they could be worn out by the end.
Hard compound tyres.
So obviously he is just going for a durable tyre.
Which, that could be, considering we have rain, that could be...
Last lap F1 is stead out on the softs.
Yeah, he has. He's stead out and he's in P1. Homer's actually pitted. Oh no, he hasn't. It's just the wrong tyre graphic. It says he has 0 tyre laps done. He has 3 tyre laps done, and he's nearly hit the Mercedes again. And that would have been a very awful collision for both.
Wait a minute. A safety car, Silverstone.
A safety car, Silverstone. Homer B11, if you do not remember, if your DRC history facts are not correct, he forgot to brake, looked away from his TV screen, and forgot to brake and smashed into 6 cars under a safety car restart. Last lap F1, I don't think it knows of that incident, and that is probably for the better.
And he gained me like about 7 positions because I ended up causing
racing in that race.
Yeah, I ended up causing that safety car because I had to spin.
Yeah,
and then when
I got the first man to cause a safety car, but gain positions from it, and our 2 back runners of Larsnick and Shadowhunter are going to catch this safety car, I believe. As I'm not sure whether it will be coming in this lap, but there's a long lap around Silverstone. It is a 2-minute 10 lap under safety car, as we've just seen from last lap F1.
Obviously, you have to add 40% of the normal race time onto your average lap. Like, so you have your lap, get 40% of it, and then add it to your average racing lap at Silverstone. Because in order to slow down for the safety car, so all the debris can go away, the marshals have time to clear it.
And there was quite a bit of debris off the Alpha Tauri. We did see last lap F1 nearly hit the safety car, and of course we have a really nice camera angle of the Mercedes cockpit there.
Hang on. Even in the F1 games, in the first race of Formula Virtual, we still have a Mercedes 1-2.
We have a McLaren in 2nd position.
Yeah, I know, but we still have a Mercedes 1-2. I remember Hamilton nearly hit the safety. Hamilton nearly hit the safety car in 2016. Remember?
He did, and that seemingly is an orange Mercedes we have at 2nd position, because we do have the Racing Point, which is basically the pink Mercedes.
No, but the safety car is a Mercedes. The safety car
is a Mercedes. That's Shadowhunter's out.
He's out.
We've had another collision under safety car here in Formula Virtual. What has happened here?
We've multiple penalties.
We've a load of penalties here. I believe F1 Hub's called most of them. Killers has just overtaken him. Oh, he's into the pits. Okay, he's into the pits.
Ah, okay.
But we are going to go ready for under green. Last lap F1 is going to take us away.
Jay, don't do any.
Jay don't crash under safety car. He has not hit anyone. As the last lap F1 is going to get us underway. Dart Beef has really got a great exit here, and AMC F33 is going to get past Homer before the finish line. We'll have to see, is that a penalty? Down into turn 1, last lap F1's got an amazing getaway. Around the outside goes Dart Beef on Homer B11. Homer's not going to battle this. PMP Max also, PMP Max has big damage. But he's still gone round the outside. Danny Kemper is up to 6, but he's had a big kick of oversteer, and he's now side by side with an Alfa Romeo down into turn. I don't know what turn it is, but we're on lap 6 is what I was going to say. Dart Fever's going to try and get past AMC F33. Here comes Larsenik, he's up to 8th as F1 Hub has had an absolute terrible restart. I believe he's caused most of the penalties. Danny Kemper's gone round the outside of Homer B11 on a straight. That is not an opportunity you normally see as PNB Mac has huge damage. Look how slow he is.
And look at the run Danny Kemper has now got on PNP Mac.
He's got an amazing run with the yellow flag in Sector 1. I'm not sure who that is.
He's done it before they even got on the straight. He's already got done.
Oh, he's side by side. Go the Williams and the Ferrari of PMV Mac and Danny at Kemper. Danny's going to go down the inside. Round here, side by side, go the Ferrari and the Williams. And as they exit the corner, Danny... Oh, PMV Max missed the pits. I don't know what he was doing there, but that could have ended really nasty. Homer's AI. I don't know what PMP Mac was trying to do there, but that was really nasty, as I believe he's some front end plate damage.
I mean, no offense to Jay, but his AI is nearly faster than him.
Okay, that's mean. That's very mean. As the Graysburgers go past Jay, AMC, F33 and Dart FIFA have already caught up to last lap F1. 3/10 is the gap, and I believe the Racing Point is going to go past the Mercedes. Oh, they've nearly touched! Oh, there was a very aggressive swipe from last lap F1. FIFA's going to try and go around the outside of last lap F1. The two Irishmen having a bit of a civil war there. Dart FIFA's going to try and go around the outside. A very dangerous move, but we've seen his Ferrari teammate pull it off.
He's got it done, and now he's free to go after AMC F33.
He's free to go after, but that was a very dangerous swipe from last lap F1. Last lap F1, he was not letting through. Oh, we have a spinner in the form of Ethan. At the back of the grid, he spun from P12.
I guess as an American, he actually doesn't understand the concept of turning right.
And his name is NASCAR Lover as well, so that makes sense. The Graysburgs got past PP Mac. Oh, side by side, they've nearly touched. Down into Club. Who can get the job done? The Graysburg goes round the outside. What a move!
Oh, look at
BMP Mac is
BMP
going to
Mac.
go back around the outside. The Haas driver of Larson is also trying to get a move. He's going to go down the inside. This is a very stupid move, but he's going to try and get it done as they come out of the corner. They're still side by side. This is a really good battle between the Williams and the Haas F1 driver. No, it's an Alfa Romeo. It's not a Haas F1. Larson is going to try and get
the pair of them.
Larson is going to try and get this done as well, because he gets double slipstream and also gets DRS off the Graysburg. The Graysburg goes down the inside. They've touched, but it's okay. Just about escapes it, but Larson get PMP Mac.
They touch. Dimitri's got 3 second time penalty. Larson is trying to get past PMP Mac, but he just doesn't have.
Can't get it done. What a battle for P5 we have on lap 8 here.
No, but he's got the run now.
Very slow. Larson has got the run side by side, and Maggots and Beckett's into the brakes. Larsonic's around into the wall.
Has he got? He's got no damage.
He's escaped it. He doesn't have damage. As Danny Kemper gets around the outside of last lap F1, but Larsonic doesn't have damage.
This man's must be a cat, because he is. How many lives has he got?
That's twice he's escaped, as PMP Mac is now into the pits. Fastest laps being set left, right and centre now that DRS is enabled. As Homer has got past PMP Mac in the pits, and Larsonic, he hasn't actually lost a position.
He is very, very lucky.
He is very lucky, that is. I'd love to get a POV on that one from Lars. That was an amazing save.
Sometimes you just have luck on your side. And you just get it right. I don't know. Oh, and we have
God clearly is. Oh, last lap F1's disconnected. But I was going to say, God is clearly a Formula Virtual Haas F1 fan for letting Lars save that one. And the Red Bull onboard camera is finally working, and we don't have that glitch.
Last lap F1 is clearly not blessed, because I think he's lost connection or he's left the session.
He has lost connection. We hope he hasn't left the session, and he will be back. He definitely has enough invites to join, I believe.
You have...
Do I?
Yes.
I haven't got anything.
Yes, you do. From Jack.
Oh! And the YouTube chat, I was going to say. Oh, according to my laptop, I have no internet connection, so we're going to just hope this stream keeps going. The pit window for the softs is now open. Lap 10 we have reached. We are going to hope that the internet hasn't gone, but I don't believe it has, as the dinosaur game on Google has just decided to start playing.
Oh, that was great fun. Great fun, especially in primary school.
It certainly was, but we're going to concentrate on the racing action here. Dart FIFA is really gaining on the back of Aaron, but Aaron pulls away in that second sector.
Yes, he just really has... His setup is just really geared towards the high-speed corners of Cops, Maggots, Beckett's.
But remember, we do have rain at the end of this session.
That does... And I mean, like, maybe Jay could be... actually have some decent pace, because if he is on the softs in the rain, whereas these people have been on mediums for the entire race, they'll have worn tyres, whereas he'll have fresh softs.
They will, and another thing to concentrate on is here, we still do have some people to pit. We do have last lap F1, and we do have Homer, of course. Or Homer's pitted, I believe. Or is that just still my graphic glitching? I imagine it's just my graphic glitching. Yeah, it's just...
No, yeah, it's a glitch. Oh, someone's got a penalty.
Somebody has got a penalty, I've actually missed that one. AMC F33's in second position! We've missed that one! And Dart FIFA's gone round the outside of him, and we've just completely missed it. He's gone into first position, and we've missed that one. We are very sorry, but he's now in the lead of this race, and AMC F33 is going to try and get back past them.
Dart FIFA moving over to try break the slipstream.
But that's not going to stop that racing point, which is so quick in a straight line. Very close. Here as they come round into this slow section of the track.
But we also missed F1 Hub passing Jay.
Oh, Jay, he has. And has last lap F1 joined back in the session? I'm unsure. Of course, the AI is still on 80 here, so they still will have some genuine pace. It's not a case of if you leave, you're gone from the Grand Prix. You will still have some pace. As we can see here, right into the slipstream goes AMC F33, and he's going to pull.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag.
Yellow flag. It's Killers, I believe. Round the outside goes AMC. Oh, and Thomas May, side by side, down into the braking zone. Can't get the job done.
At least we haven't seen a repeat of 2019.
Max Verstappen recreate. Yeah, we're on the same page here. At least we haven't seen that recreation.
And yeah, I will not make that reference ever again.
We haven't seen. We've yellow flag in sector 2. Homer's out. Oh. Homer's out of the session. I'm not sure where he's spawned, but we have a safety car. We have a safety car just one lap after last lap F1 pitted, so he's back in the session. Or is he? I'm not sure, but we have a second safety car, and Homer has caused this one.
Is everyone going to pit now? Oh, he's out. He crashed. He seemingly crashed in the... He managed to... How did he crash there?
I really don't know. It might have been a case of a lock-up or some sort. But I'm pretty sure Jay uses full traction control. But we do have a safety car. We will get 3 laps under the yellow flag, and just as that FIFA got into the lead of this Grand Prix, he will get us underway. But this is going to let the other Ferrari of Danny Kemper catch back up.
And hopefully we won't have the Ferrari master plan making them double stack.
Hopefully we won't have the double stack again.
But the thing is, people might pit, because then they'll know it's safe. Their tyres will be good for the end of the Grand Prix.
And that is the McLaren out of this Grand Prix, the home team. PB Max saying that safety car saved him. And we do have some pitters. We have the 2 Ferraris into the pit. Danny Kemper stayed out this time. He's gone for the clever option.
And he might come in next lap, maybe?
Or he might stay out. I'm pretty sure these tyres can last to the end.
Yeah, but he could have very worn out tyres.
Now, who will get the quicker stop? Will it be the Ferrari of Thomas? Has a penalty to serve.
No,
and the Racing Point is going to gain this race lead back, or the net race lead, as he comes out ahead of the Ferrari. They are on the soft compound tyres.
Yeah, but the thing is, the softs can last just as long as the mediums nearly.
We still have half the race to go.
Yeah, but they've grip. They have grip. I did that strategy in 2019 for the junior race, and it worked. I had such pace that I ended up finishing P6.
F1 here is going to gain a load of positions as he's already pitted. The Graysburg comes out ahead of him in 4th. Oh, the Graysburg's nearly spun, and that would have been very embarrassing to catch on camera for Nicholas. But he catches the car and a very nice save, so he gets the better of the action on the camera as the two Williamses are now very close to one another in 7th and 8th. Everybody pinning from the softs except F1 Hub, who's gone for the mediums, apologies. He's gone for the medium compound tyres here.
I guess he's gone for just to have the tyres that will get to the end of the race. He's completely confident of it.
And we can see here that the two Ferraris now are both very close. One is on the mediums, 8-lap old mediums, and one is on the softs, but I can't imagine Danny will pit again and come straight back out in traffic, because he will drop behind the Graysburg last lap F1, possibly Lars, possibly the two Williamses. Yep, he's staying out, and he's going to stick it on these mediums and take the lead of this race.
I mean, he could have come in and just been third, but I guess he's going for the, look, try get the win.
Yeah, and the thing is, we have had 2 safety cars in 14 laps here. There is a chance we could get another one. And he will definitely be thinking of that in the back of his mind. Everyone has their batteries fully charged, apart from PNB Mac, who has it on 90%. Of course, keeping the tyres warm is a big element on this brand new game. You have to keep them to a certain level. And we'll change the graphics slightly on the side. We'll show you how many pit stops everyone has did. Danny has did 1, and so has last lap F1. Everybody else has did 2, apart from Dimitri and Killers, who have did 3 each.
Obviously, everyone apart from NASCAR Lover are in the points. So if we have another retirement, everyone who is still in the race will get guaranteed points.
And then if you do retire from in the points, when we do only have 10 tires, you will not get any as you have retired.
Yeah, but what if you've completed, like, if you retire on lap 25, let's say, you complete a 90% race distance?
You do not get points, you've retired from the Grand Prix.
Ah, okay, understandable.
Last lap F1 isn't back in this race, so that will be a free position for everybody if they can catch his AI. The AI is still on 80%, so I imagine being in a competitive league, they do race over that. But you can't be 100% sure, as we do have a new mode thing on this game, is that you can actually look behind on the driver camera. So we are now on board with the back of Danny Hedkamper's Ferrari. We haven't got notification the safety car was in this lap, so I imagine we're going to do one more.
I think just a few people that have to catch up.
And then, speaking of new modes and the new game, that is another thing. On the old game, they didn't even let you catch up. If we go on board with the Red Bull of Killers here, we can see he is very close to catching up, and he now has caught up under the safety car period. 12 laps to go, 13 laps, 11 laps to go even. Now, as they cross the line, and we will go green, I imagine, on lap 16.
I guess it's just time now for the drivers just to get ready, figure out how they're going to plan for the rest of this race. Just a bit of calm before the storm.
It's really getting eerie now around this circuit. We do have the rain thundering in. We will wonder, will we get a wet weather graphic? I don't imagine they have that one installed on the game just yet. Of course, the new graphics we've seen at the start of the race. We will get a driver of the day graphic at the end of the Grand Prix, but of course that is not our driver of the day. Our driver of the day will be on the official Formula Virtual Racing Instagram poll after the Grand Prix. So the driver of the day you will see at the end might be our driver of the day. one surprising result here, Brendan, is the Graysborg up in P4, holding his own against some other big names.
No, not yet.
Never mind then. We'll try that one again. And Brendan, another big name here is the Graysborg up in P4 against some other big names. No, we're not getting a reply. We'll just we'll wait on that one, as we can't see.
Right.
You're back, grand. We'll try that one for a third time. And
Sorry,
another surprising result here, Brendan, is the Graysborg up in P4 to some other big names.
Yeah, impressive result, to be fair.
I was sorry if you didn't reply to me that time.
Yeah, I just got called.
I know.
That's it.
We are going to go green. It's going to be Danny Hitkamper to lead us away from AMC F33 and his Ferrari teammate Dart FIFA. Last lap F1 has just overtaken Larsnick, but that is the position he was in, and we're going to hope we don't get the penalty bonanza that we got the last time. When will Danny go? He picks. And AMC will have to try respond. We have a terrible camera on board the Ferrari, but now we will look to see when he's going to go. Look at, oh, they've touched! The Ferrari's hit the racing point! And he's got a 5-second penalty! Oh, AMC F33's put his car in a very stupid position, and they have touched, and it's resulted in a penalty for Danny Kemper. But we will drop back the order and see is there any overtakes. Down the inside goes P&P Mac and Larsnick. They've touched. Oh, P&P Mac's around. And that's the second incident. That's the second incident them two have had, and that's a case of being way too eager. But here comes AMC F33 battling for the lead. He's going to pull around the outside. Beautiful helicopter camera. Killers and Ethan are having a battle. AMC F33 is going to try to go around the outside of Danny Kemper. Thomas Main's going to look to get in on this fight.
Harry's off. Harry's completely off.
Harry's completely off, and the two Williamses are back in their natural positions in last and second last. Oh, but look at the slipstream AMC has on Danny Kemper. NASCAR Lover's got a penalty. He's going to try and make a move down.
Wait. Stop. Harry's wing just exploded off.
F1's wing looks like it's just exploded. I haven't seen that one as I was concentrating on the battle up at the front. Right into the slipstream though. Here comes AMC F33, but Dart Beaver's going to look to get involved in this one. Pulls to the right hand side. Can't get the job done. Oh, but here he goes. He's going to go for a move down the inside. Oh, had to pull out of that one. That was a very dangerous move. But round the outside goes Thomas Main to make it a Ferrari 1-2 side by side. Round the final corners, neck and neck of the Ferrari in the racing point. What a battle we have on our hands here. Side by side leaves no room to start Vivo, but AMC F33 will keep the position. Into the break. Doesn't want to hit his teammate, but doesn't want to hit the racing point driver either.
It's a hard thing to manage because, well, you could easily hit one or the other, but he's managed to hit neither.
But here we go, they're now side by side. This is letting Danny and Kemper gain a bit of a lead up in front. Side by side, who will get this position? It's going to be Dart FIFA to get it, but AMC F33 will definitely get a slipstream, and the Graysborg is going to look to get involved here. Here comes the racing point. He's going to try and make a move, and Mackett's and Beckett's looks like he's sizing it up. Of course, have to get a good exit off that one. They've both got a fairly similar one. The Graysborg and Dimitri are going to look to battle now, but AMC F33 is going to also look to get past Dart FIFA, and Dart FIFA's going to look to catch up to his teammate here. We'll drop back the order. Dimitri's going to look to pull around the outside of the Graysborg for P number 4. He's trying to go down the inside where there's not a gap, but he just makes a move. The two Ferraris are battling. Dart FIFA's gone down the inside. They have touched. The Ferraris do not want to crash here. That would be the last of their worries. And AMC F33's on the outside where there's no space. Gets a corner, but the penalty's around. He's crashed the racing points in the grass of AMC F33. He's made a stupid move and he's thrown away his chances of winning the Formula Virtual Prix.
It's raining.
It is raining. It is all kicking off and my voice is about to go here. What a battle for P1. The Graysborg could get a podium here as he's going to look to get past Danny. That was a stupid move by AMC F33, and it is starting to rain.
Now with the rain, it'll be interesting to see how
The Graceburg's looking to
Danny's
make a
tyres.
move here.
Well, Danny's tyres are very old, so they look. So it looks like, well, he won't have the grip needed.
Oh, Dimitri's gone round the outside of the Graceburg here. This could be very dangerous in the wet conditions, but he's got it done. And the one thing you don't want to do is spin under these conditions. Larsenik has got to try and make a move on the Graceburg. He's had a collision with B&B Mac. Oh, but he's nearly spun the car. That would have been his fourth spin of the day, and he hasn't had a single piece of damage. Into the DRS of the Alfa Romeo we go for P number 4 here. Dimitri's going to look to make a move on Danny Headcamper. He's 13 lap old medium compound tyres. They are not benefiting him at all. Oh, yellow flag in sector 3. Killers is around again. He's had another incident as P&B Mac flies past. And Killers has just not had a good race at all.
Yeah, it's just been a case of a lot of spins.
Dimitri's looking to size up a move on the Ferrari here. Ferrari now sitting 1 and 2. But this could all change with the two Reynolds now currently in the points. That would be a really good result for the Constructors' Championship for them. As Dimitri has DRS and he's the overtake button pressed, and he's going to go down the inside of the Ferrari. It just backs off before the corner. A very clever thing to do in the wet conditions.
Just don't make a mistake in the way, because that...
Larsenik's tried to go around the outside. Sorry for overcutting you there, but he's tried to go around the outside. Nothing came of it. Oh, he's still going to try to go around the outside. This could be move of the season already. Oh, he's touched them. They have touched, but they are both okay. Side by side, Larsenik and the Graceburg. This might not end well at all for either of them. They are still side by side and holding it side by... Oh, Larsenik's around. And he's into the wall, and this time he definitely does the damage. Should have backed out of that one before, while he can. And that's given AMC F33 another position to gaining back this race.
He's only got end plate damage.
He's only got end plate damage, which is still so surprising. But they were side by side for a long time, and we all knew that one wasn't going to end well. Here comes Dimitri. He's still gaining on Danny Headcamper. He could make a move, but his OE is little to none of ERS, and of course if you do deploy it over 10%, it is basically pointless. And in the brakes he's really gained a lot there, slamming on the brakes to gain it back. P&P Max got a time penalty for corner cutting. But here comes Dimitri, gonna try and make a move on the Ferrari of Danny Headcamper. Lars is in the pits to change that front wing and to get a new set of tyres on. Is it too early for intermediates?
Yeah, probably. I don't know, the call could be made this lap, or even in a lap or two's time.
We'll have to see what lap times. Lars has gone on the intermediate, so we're definitely going to have a look at his lap times and see, can he set anything. The Williams owned a Mercedes, one of course not actually driving the car. The Mercedes is an AI car, but B&B Mac is going to look to try and get past them, as F1 Hubs got past Lars, who is coming out of the pit lane. Have a look at our front runners and wonder will they set any lap times. Dimitri's gone 3/10 quicker than his previous best. I've no idea who holds the fastest lap. I believe it is either one of the Ferraris here. P&B Max gone past last lap F1, and Killers is going to look to get past last lap F1 as well. And will he be saving it for the last lap? Will last lap F1 go for it on the last lap? And I tried to make that joke, but completely messed it up. Let's have a look at Lars' Sector 2 time on the intermediates. That Haas is definitely struggling. It's definitely not time for the intermediate compound tyres yet. Dimitri will want to make the move now, however, if he does want to get past Danny Headcamper, as while the tyres are still in a golden space. Another thing to notice is NASCAR Lover actually pitted, as P&B Mac and Killers are having a bit of a battle now. They don't want to touch, as Killers is going to have to try to go around the outside on that corner. That's never going to work, and it's never going to work in wet weather conditions either. Oh, side by side he goes. They're gonna go side by side through Maggots and Beckett's. Not a clever thing to do.
Oh, we've got a yellow flag
F1
somewhere.
Hub is in the grass, I believe, at turn 1, and Killers gets his job done on P&P Mac now. Killers, of course, is a good and steady wet weather driver, and that is really what you need in these mixed conditions. Oh, Lars is off, and it's definitely not time for intermediates, as he is going to be lapped soon by our leaders. P&P Mac's got back past Killers. Is Killer's gonna go for a move? No, he's not. He definitely is more sensed than to go for that one. And another thing is, Dart FIFA is not pulling away from Danny.
Killers was spun.
Oh, Killers has spun for what must be the 10th time today. But that's the end of his battle with P&P Mac. And look, Danny's now in the DRS of his teammate. AMC's got past Dimitri. AMC is up to P4. Dimitri's made a mistake. As the Graysburg's now in P3, Dimitri's definitely made a mistake and is down to P5. I wonder, does he have damage of any sort? I've completely missed what happened. I don't know if you caught that one.
He's got no damage.
He's got no damage. Must have just been a spin. These conditions are very tricky. We have a yellow flag of Lars in the grass. Definitely not time for intermediates.
Will we see intermediates at all?
Oh, he's actually going to be lapped by Dart FIFA. I don't think we will. We've 4 laps remaining. Although, look at the 2 Ferraris.
Danny Camper seems to have come alive now.
He seems
to use penalties.
We do have penalties, and Dart FIFA served his 5 seconds. Danny hasn't. I want to see, does Dart FIFA have another 5 seconds? If you could check that one there, that would be amazing.
5 seconds? No, he doesn't have any. No, Daniel Camper's got 2 5-second time penalties.
He served one in the pits, but he hasn't served the other because that was at the safety car restart. F1 Hub is on the intermediate, so will it be time for intermediates here? And could we see any of the front runners make a bold move here?
Oh, another yellow flag.
Another yellow flag, and I believe that is for one of our intermediate runners. It is Lars, I believe, who's just been lapped by 5th place Dimitri. And we have another yellow flag. F1 Hub's out! He's out of the Grand Prix, into the wall, straight out of the pit lane. That could be a safety car. We have a safety car with 3 laps to go. This is a shocker. F1 Hub has thrown a spanner in the works here.
Do you think we'll have people pit for intermediates if we're going to have like a...
we might only get another lap of this.
It's Brazil 2012 all over again.
This is an amazing race so far. We've 3 laps remaining. The safety car will be out for at least 2 of them. Will we see any pitters? And if Dart FIFA and Danny both pit, could we see the Graysburg battle for a win here? Dart FIFA's in. Is Danny coming in? Yes, he is. The Ferraris are double stacking. The Graysburg is staying out. AMC is in the pits. The Graysburg has decided, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I'm going to go for it. Is everybody else in the pits? P&P Mac stays out. Last lap F1 is AI, so he will stay out. Unless it is the optimal strategy. Last lap F1 has stayed out, which means it is the optimal strategy. Because the AI will always go with what the best tyre is, so he is the one to watch here. Dart FIFA's come out in P3. Dimitri stayed out, and so is the Graysburg. P&P Mac P3 now. Dart FIFA is going to come out in P4, I believe. Danny has now served that penalty, remember? He just served that one in the pits there, so that is cancelled. AMC is P7. Killers is in for what looks to be, yes, it is the intermediates, and NASCAR Lover is
Dimitri
in sector 2.
Could be our driver of the day.
Anybody could be a driver of the day, but of course it is up to the fan vote on the Instagram story, so make sure you are following Formula Virtual Racing. But this has really spiced up here. Nicholas Graysburg is leading the Formula Virtual British Grand Prix
and
with 2 laps to go. Lars has pitted for... Lars is on softs. Excuse me?
Where is this logic? I am losing all sense of logic.
Jay saying you should get crash of the day.
Yes, we honestly don't know how you crashed. Please
Yeah,
explain.
we seriously don't know. We want to see footage of that one afterwards. But remember, the longer this safety car stays out, the more benefit this gets for the front two runs. Penalties though. Safety car is in this lap.
That means the others won't catch. They're not going to catch.
Danny's not going to catch it. On my timing screen, I don't think they're going to catch. But
No,
what penalties
he just about will. He
what
just about will
penalty
and might get.
is the Greysburg going to get here?
The Greysburg.
What penalties does the Greysburg have?
He's penalty plus 2 warnings, penalty plus warning. That's
Larsenik has
probably
unlapped himself, and the Greysburg... Oh no, Larsenik has got a penalty for unlapping himself, and the Greysburg here gets us underway, but is nearly spun instantly, so Dimitri's going to get a good run here, which means that intermediates clearly is the optimum tyre. Slow in one is the Greysburg, but he keeps the lead from Dimitri. Into the brakes at turn 1, Darth Fever's gone down the inside of P&P Mac. Oh, they've gone side by side and both have nearly spun. Just about keeping it there. We have a yellow flag in sector 3. Somebody is around it. Is Killers, I believe. Darth Fever's up to P3. I'm not sure what happened with Killers. I believe he hit somebody, but the Greysburg is leading. Greysburg has lost a lot of grip here. I'll have to wait and see. Dimitri's gearbox is...
Sorry,
Dimitri's gearbox is really losing a lot. But the Greysburg is still leading, and he's gained over Dimitri. AMC F23's got a penalty. He's attacking P&P Mac.
We have 2 Irishmen battling for P4.
No,
definitely won't get
P&P
P3.
Mac is battling for P3. Danny and Kemp has gone around the outside of AMC F23, so's last lap F1.
No, AMC F33 has made a mistake.
Made a mistake.
He nearly lost it.
And here comes Dimitri. He's got to look to make a move on the Greysburg as we enter the final lap. And when you see those qualifying times, did you expect Nicholas Greysburg to be leading heading into the final lap? He has no grip whatsoever on those mediums, but he's kept the car on the circuit. And could he win? I've no idea on penalties.
There could be a miracle win, but I think he's got penalties. He's got
definitely
penalties.
has penalties, but I believe everybody else does apart from Darth FIFA. Oh,
No,
Danny's
but
on the
I
grass. AMC's out.
He's out after all of that.
After all of that, he is out of the Grand Prix and won't get any points with the yellow flag in Sector 1, which means no overtakes can happen there. But Darth FIFA is pushing and pushing because he doesn't have any penalties.
He might win this.
Dimitri and the Greysburg do. If you could check just Dimitri.
No, Dimitri's got enough penalties. I think Darth FIFA will win the race.
Darth FIFA could win this one, but the Greysburg is dev. Deborah Greysburg's got another one. I believe that is his race chances over. But still, what a performance as we enter the final lap. Somebody might spin or something. Killers is in the grass, just as I say. Somebody might spin.
Danny Camper, I think, has time.
Danny has
penalties.
3 penalties, I think. But another thing is, P&P Mac could get P2 here. I have no idea what penalties he has. But we enter the final sector. The Greysburg is leading. But I don't think he's going to take the win here because of the penalties.
P&P Mac has got 1 time penalty. So he could still take this.
He could still take this. But here we go, into club for the 26th time. Nicholas Greysburg will take the win on the circuit, but he's not going to take the win in the timing sheets. The Greysburg wins, Dimitri wins, Darth FIFA wins in Britain.
P&P Mac
P2, followed by Dimitri on the podium. The Greysburg P4. Danny's found P6.
Danny's beaten by an AI.
He's been beaten by an AI.
Killers, NASCAR Ruben and Lars, they're going to take a long time to come around.
They really are, but Darth FIFA wins the opening race of Formula Virtual. P&P Mac with his 3rd league race and podium. Dimitri in P3. And the Graysborg P4, it really goes to show what staying out on slicks can do. Pitting for the intermediates only worked for Dart FIFA because of penalties.
Because Dart FIFA took the safe option, knowing the others had penalties.
It really did, and that is a race win for the Belgian here in Britain. He takes the first win, Formula Virtual. We have some season ahead of us if every single race is like that one.
But PMP Mac has managed to get a P2 out of this race somehow.
And can we just remember, PMP Mac was facing the wrong way on lap 14 or thereabouts.
Even, yeah, after start on the second safety car restart.
Dart FIFA wins, and we're going to have the podium celebrations here. And that was some race here in Formula Virtual.
Dimitri gets driver of the day on the screen.
Dimitri gets driver of the day on the screen, but of course it is not up to the Formula 1 game. It is up to you guys. There will be a poll in the Formula Virtual Instagram as Dart FIFA takes a selfie with the new podium graphics. He sprays the champagne over his virtual team boss. I still do not know how PMP Max is on the podium.
Well, it's just a case of, well, getting back. He made the mistake early on. Nearly everyone made mistakes, but I guess he made his mistake early
and here
enough,
is your final results. Dart FIFA wins in Britain, purely through to penalties. PMP Mac P2 in the Williams Racing, followed by Dimitri in P3, the Graysborg P4, who came across the line in P1. Last lap F1 in P5, followed by Danny Hetkemper in P6, then Killers in 7th, followed by NASCAR Lover and Lars. Then our non-finishers were AMC F33, who was on pole, followed by F1 Hub, Homer, Shadowhunter, and Junior Spams.
The top four literally did an Uno reverse, because Graysburg won, Dimitri was second. Oh well, pretty much an Uno reverse. Not quite, but nearly.
And are you giving a safety award here, Brendan?
Who is getting safety award? Guess Dart FIFA?
I suppose he's the only one without penalties, other than last lap F1, but he didn't drive 75% of that Grand Prix.
Like Dart FIFA ultimately, apart from that thing at the safety car restart, he
wasn't involved in that. That was Danny and
but he got a penalty.
Oh,
there's a whole bunch of penalties. There's a whole bunch of penalties.
That was right, yeah, I forgot about that.
But otherwise, he had 0 penalties all race.
And that was an absolutely amazing race here in Britain, but that is all we do have time for. Here
what was that?
Virtual. We will... What was that is exactly what I described this race. I don't know if you're describing the race, but...
No, I heard assumption.
Oh, yeah, that was my water bottle falling on my foot, but we'll ignore that for the time being. Thank you all for joining us here in Silverstone. We will see you... I don't believe it's next week. We will see you next time. Stay safe and stay well, and goodbye.